Hello and welcome. My name is Ali Goff. I'm the owner and founder of Goff Legal. We do estate planning, trust administration, and probate here in California. This video is really designed for beneficiaries of plans from California. So if you have inherited money or you're going to inherit money and you have questions about taxes and inheritance, this should get you settled on the right path. So first, what you should know, in California, there is no death tax. There's a federal death tax that taxes estates over a certain amount of money. Many states have a death tax. California is not one of them. So you will not be taxed on your inheritance if you have assets coming, if you live in California and you inherit California assets. By the way, money received as an inheritance is generally tax-free. You don't have to pay tax on it. It is a gift. Now, the decedent, the person who's giving money, if they have too much money, according to the estate tax exemptions at the time, the estate has to pay taxes. So there's really a misnomer, misinformation about who pays the taxes. The reality is someone's going to pay the taxes. Right now, in 2024, the estate tax exemption is over $13 million per person. It's also set to go down potentially to $5 million per person in a couple of years. So those numbers are really important. But if you're inheriting, let's say, $1 million in California, estate tax is not a thing you need to worry about. Death tax is not a thing you need to worry about. But here's the caveat. Here's what people often miss, and I think get confused, because the trust administration starts when the settlor passes. The trustee's job is to administer, pay the debts and expenses, gather all the income, sell the assets, and then do an accounting and distribute. When they file the taxes, oftentimes you as a beneficiary will receive a K-1 that says you received income and now you have to pay taxes on it. You go, hold on, I watched this video and Ali said that I don't have to pay taxes in California because it's inheritance. All right, so here's what you need to know. Assets that make money, right? They gain in value from the date the settlor passes until they are distributed. That is taxable. That's not estate tax, that's income tax. So yes, so let's say on the settlor's death, a house was worth $500,000 and they sold it because the market exploded because someone struck oil in that area for $1 million. Woo, you got $1 million. That's amazing. You have to pay income tax on $500,000. That's the difference between what it was worth when someone passed and what it was worth when it was actually sold. The reality is things often don't jump up that much in value, and oftentimes it's some stocks. And then the expenses of the administration often reduce all the gains, all of the income. So lots of times you'll get a K-1 that says nothing is due, or you won't get a K-1 because you didn't actually receive any assets that went up in value and you don't need to worry about it. But here's my recommendation. If you are a beneficiary and you are going to receive an inheritance, make sure you check with your trustee to see if a K-1 is going to be issued and see if they can get it to you before April. It's not always possible. Sometimes institutions are delayed in getting information to the trustees. So sometimes you'll have to extend your return, but make sure you have that K-1 and make sure if you've already received an inheritance that you save some money in case there are taxes due. You don't want to be caught surprised. It's not a fun place to be. So I hope that answers your questions about inheritance tax in California.